Such a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Adam, and to learn a little bit more about Veterans Affairs.
Thank you very much, Lila. It's a pleasure to be here. So first, my name's Adam, and I spent about 34 years on active duty in the United States Navy. I went through the first class of health profession scholarship students in 1972, and upon graduation from medical school in 76, I did an internship, and then I came on active duty. And after that time, I've been on active duty, or I was on active duty, from 1977 until 2012. So in that time, I spent a great deal of time learning what the Navy does and what the men and women of the Navy deserve in terms of care. As I transitioned from active duty, I came into the Department of Veterans Affairs. Veterans Affairs has three different agencies. There's the VHA, the Veterans Health Agency, which is actually the largest, the VBA, Veterans Benefit Agency, and then there's also the National Cemeteries, which is one of the highest rated agencies in government and actually corporate entities outside of government. It has more customer satisfaction than about anyone that you can imagine. And what they do is a wonderful job in taking care of the needs of the men and women who have worn the cloth of the nation and who now need to make sure that they are honored as they pass on into the next life.
And as a medical doctor, you are now located at Tripler.
First, I was at Baltimore, Maryland healthcare system. VAMIX is what I keep hesitating. We call it VAMIX. We abbreviate everything. But the VA Maryland healthcare system, I started out as the chief of staff, which is the chief medical officer, and fleeted up very rapidly to be the director. And then after 7 years there, I transitioned here a year and a half ago to the VA Pacific Islands healthcare system as the director. We are co-located, VAPICS, VA Pacific Islands healthcare system, is co-located at Tripler Army Medical Center. We are the entire E-wing, and we also have an acute care facility on the base. And we also have a community living center, which is our nursing home, which is 40 beds, and that also is on the Tripler facility. So VA is very well established at Tripler.
We've all heard stories, about our veterans who are perhaps not remembered, who are living in poverty, who are not well mentally. How are you addressing that from your department?
So I think that VA has done, from my estimation, a terrific job. And of course, I'm an employee of the VA, that I have to say that. No, I don't. I don't have to say that. In my 8 years in VA, homelessness, veteran homelessness in the United States, I'm talking about mainland and Japan, and Hawaii. I spent many years in Japan. Yeah. But veteran homelessness has been reduced by significant amounts. In Hawaii, there are about $1.4 million in HUD-VASH vouchers and grants for homeless veterans that have been given. Homeless veterans are an interesting group in this regard. To become homeless, one thinks that, well, the only thing you need to do is find them a place to live. No, that's not true. Our mental health and our social workers have shown us that homelessness has a long list of services that our veterans need. They need to be able to get a permanent address, of course. They need to have driver's license. They may need to have social security cards. They may need to have other identifying characteristics and identifying materials that we take for granted, those of us who live and are not homeless. All of the lives of our homeless veterans have to be reestablished, and the VA is absolutely committed to reestablishing our homeless veterans into the community and making sure that this is not just getting a home, but this is about a reintegration into the community.
What do you foresee in the future for the role of VA and our veterans as well?
I started in the military, and I didn't ever start in the military to end up with a career. I started in the military, and I became a health profession scholar in order to pay for my medical school education. As I entered the military on active duty, I found that this was a place that I couldn't duplicate anywhere else in the civilian sector. And so 34 years later, I ended up staying after going through multiple different jobs and doing multiple things. The key here is that the VA has made this a 360-degree journey. I started as a health profession scholarship student, And I'm ending with the VA, and I think this will be my last job, at least the one that I think about, but it's a 360-degree circular tour. And I'm very honored to make sure that we can give the men and women who have served our nation what they need in their retirement or in their areas, in their communities, in whatever state that we find them. Some are able, some are not able, but the point is we're there for everyone so that we can serve them and give them what we are honored to do for them.
Well, we're very grateful for your service, your continued service, and thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with you.
We've just spoken with Dr. Adam Robinson, Director of Veterans Affairs.